This is the Motiv Sherpa, sort of a cargo bike design from Motiv. It's new this year. It's got a pretty cool removable front rack that's actually completely separate from the wheel. That's really how it's supposed to be for carrying heavier loads. Got some built-in loops here for bungee cords. And then of course there's a rear rack, and it's welded directly to the frame, so it's a little bit burlier, more reinforced. You'll notice that it's not standard gauge tubing, which means that a lot of panniers and stuff might not fit because this is a little wider, but it does have these threaded eyelets here on the top, so you could kind of make something or set it up with your own rack and maybe some zip ties and get a little creative. Overall, really cool looking bike, and this one's really brilliant blue color. Tires on this thing are small block 8, which is kind of interesting here. It's 26 by 2.35. Definitely a little bit squishier, giving you some cushion and a decent tread for maybe going off, you know, on a path or getting you a little bit extra grip. And that's great because the motor on this thing is 500 watts. It's geared, it's pretty torquey, but it's lighter than if it was gearless, and just really takes off. This bike has both cadence sensor with 6 magnets as well as a twist throttle, so it's very versatile. It's kind of got all the different drive systems, which I appreciate, and of course it's got several gears. We've got 6-speed Shimano up here with a big thumb trigger shifter. It's SIS Index, and back here we've got the Tourney TX derailleur, and there's those 6 rings in the back. Up front we've got just a plastic sort of a bash guard, nothing too tough. But again, this is sort of a value style electric bike, but in the cargo category. I like that where they've really focused their energy is on some of the little extras like these Wellgo pedals. They don't have those actual set screws, but they do have these metal nubs, this aluminum alloy, got the reflectors, big surface area, so you can just hop right on this thing, and whether you're going out in the rain or whatnot, you're not gonna slip around, you're gonna get good stiff traction. And then also, this nice little sort of a seat post suspension shock, kind of smooth things out. So that plus the tires gives you a nice fluid ride. And then the handlebars, being a little longer like this and swept back, that actually reduces some of the vibration, which is nice. Yeah, but before I get there, let's touch on the battery again. This is a removable battery pack, which is great. Kind of reduces the overall weight of the bike. It's using lithium-ion cells, high quality. This is 48-volt, 11 amp hour. One complaint I have with this is that, you know, once the bike is on, you can't remove the key. So you imagine you had like a keychain hanging here, it could hit the frame. But you can charge the pack on the bike, which is nice. And this is sort of a standard battery pack you could get a replacement of. The bike does come with a 2-year warranty, which is excellent, and it's carried around the country in different spots. They also have a pretty good website. Again, this is Motiv. I like the display panel they're using as well. I think this is, you know, it's King meter. I've seen this on many bikes in the past. Because the handles are so long, the button pad doesn't quite reach, but it's nice that it is external like that. It makes it a little bit easier to operate when riding. To turn the bike on, you just activate it with the key here, press the mode button in the middle, and it turns on the screen. And you can see pedal assist level, of which there are 5. The higher you go, the more power you get, but the faster you drain your battery. You can also see the speed, odometer, and the battery capacity. So we're at full right now. And it's just, you know, time-tested, really proven setup there, that type of interface. They did kind of upgrade the grips a little bit. These ones are sort of this like leather. They're not ergonomic or anything, but with that swept back setup, it's not too bad, and they mesh nicely with the twist throttle over here. And the twist throttle you can like activate or deactivate with that red button, which is cool. The brake levers are a little bit upgraded. These are the Tektro, specifically designed for electric bikes. They have a separate signal to actually send notification to the motor to cut out when you're riding. So you won't actually end up fighting this motor, which is a really good thing. And of course they got the bell. I like that a lot. It just keeps it clean up there. Yeah, so maybe we should hop on this thing and give it a go. Oh, also the brakes are mechanical disc brakes, 180 millimeter Tektro rotors right there, Tektro Novella, and then there's a kickstand, which is always important. This doesn't have like a center stand kickstand, so you'll notice that it's a little bit off axis right now. If you were loading this up, it could tip a little bit more easily because they didn't do the center style, but it's still a solid kickstand, and it's actually adjustable with that set screw, so you can kind of fine tune it for your needs. Also, the display is not removable, but again, it's pretty big and very easy to use, very intuitive. Let's hop on. I'm just going to start out with the twist throttle here. So I've activated it. really responsive, and it just right away, straight away from zero, the thing just kicks right in, and that 500 watts is going to give you extra power you need to carry a bunch of stuff, since this is a cargo bike. Here's what it looks like up front when you're turning. You know, that basket stays straight. I'm in pedal assist 5 right now, so I'm getting some nice feedback as I pedal. The cadence sensors aren't quite as responsive as like a torque sensor, maybe a speed sensor combination, but they keep it cheaper. And again, 2,500 bucks, it's tough to find a full-size like cargo bike with baskets and everything at that price point. And this is a little bit higher quality. You know, there's other companies like Big Cat that sell similar setups like this. And, you know, I feel like I trust Motiv. They're a good company. They've been around for a while. And I feel like they've upgraded a few of the components, like those brake levers and different things. But maybe along that same, the frames seem similar to me. So, you know, it depends on what your budget is and what you're going for. It's a pretty good build. So that's the Motiv Sherpa. For the full write-up on this, including specs and pictures, I'll see you back at electricbikereview.com.